while thousands of Nigerian students remain trapped amid the conflict.
Or something. Like you see other countries evacuating their nationals, they're eager, they're showing that care, they're valuing their lives, but for us, our own country is just full of excuses. There is no money, it's going to cost a lot. Is it that the money is more valued than 4,000 lives of citizens, of Nigerian citizens living in Sudan, for God's sake? Though we can say that we are from poor backgrounds, all of us here, but that is not a reason for us to be ignored. We are really pained. We cried to the extent that, tears cannot come out anymore. Everyone has been stranded. There is no hope of survival. Everyone is just running helter-skelter, looking for shelter to survive. And these people, they're fighting. It's like they don't value human lives. They don't care about anyone. And we are on a state of, breaking. Since there is no electricity, there is no water. I was having some little water left with me. I've been managing the water. I cannot, for 2 days, I can't shower. There is no water to drink. There is no food to drink. You cannot go out to the street to buy food. There is nothing you can buy. And even the cash is not there. I'm always vigilant. The whole night I can't sleep. My mind is not at rest. And these people, like yesterday, close to the place where I was staying, there was a bomb blast. And so I was peeping through the window to look what is happening down. These soldiers are roaming about everywhere, and you don't know whether you're going to be the next, because the missiles they're just dropping missiles everywhere.
In the meantime, the federal government of Nigeria says it will not be able to evacuate Nigerians trapped in Sudan, owing to the risks involved in flight operations into and out of the war-torn country. According to Chairperson of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, it is risky for any flight to operate while the war is ongoing. She disclosed that the Commission, in collaboration with the Nigerian mission in Sudan and the National Emergency Management Agency, had made arrangements for the evacuation of Nigerians trapped in Sudan. Well, the Sudanese airspace has been shut down, has been closed. But other countries are evacuating their people. The United Kingdom says it has a plan in place to evacuate its people. The United States has evacuated its embassy staff. Japan,
Jordan,
Saudi Arabia, Tanzania, Saudi Arabia. So why is it so difficult for Nigeria to evacuate our students who are there and other nationals? Over 1,262 Nigerians have already filled forms with the Nigerian embassy in Sudan, in Khartoum, to say, look, come and get us out of here. Why is this so difficult for the Nigerian government? Is the excuse about security implications? Is it tenable? What can be done under the circumstances? Well, Professor Akinterewa, you were Director General of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. What options are available?
First, there is the principle of exterritoriality of a diplomatic mission in international relations. Exterritoriality to imply that the law of the home state, of the sending state, applies there. And it is on this basis that the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations specially provides for the inviolability of the diplomatic mission, for the inviolability of the the chancery, the vehicles being used, the residences. Now, in terms of the protection of stranded Nigerians in Sudan, the first thing to have been done is to ensure that those who are stranded, those 1,162 something you are talking about, most of them should have been taken to hang around that particular embassy. That cannot take all of them, we know that. But where security protection is a priority, that is first of all another Nigeria. It's an exported Nigerian territory there. The houses where the diplomats are living, they are Nigerian houses. That could have provided the first mitigated solution. The second point is to ask the question, why is it now that we are talking about evacuation? You see, I can understand the challenges confronting the embassy of Nigeria in Sudan, like any other Nigerian mission elsewhere. Most embassies are poorly funded. So, all these no water, no food, no anything. If the embassy has been well funded and there is a foreign policy protection of Nigerians abroad, then that budget will have served this particular purpose. You see, you do not have to wait until crisis degenerates into conflict before now coming to rescue. I've always said that Nigeria's foreign policy is at best very reactive. It has never been programmatic under President Muhammadu Buhari. It's reactive. So, the embassy knew quite well, because the literature is clear now. Everybody is saying that the conflict in Sudan is more or less a proxy war now, in which case you have Russia, you have the United States backing each side of the combatants. Now, in this case, the embassy that is reporting regularly on daily basis what transpires in their posting whole state back to Nigeria should have seen that this conflict in Sudan has this character dash, that look, lives will become unsafe and the need for them to begin to prepare. You have just rightly pointed out now, many countries have already evacuated their citizens and they are not even using the airspace. Country towards the Middle East, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, they were using Sudan port they are using naval vessels everywhere. And other countries that have evacuated theirs, which magic did they perform? Why is it now that when there is curfew, the airspace has been, cut off, life has been made difficult, is then we are now responding? No, all these things are foreign policy will need to put in place for Citizen Protection Commission or agency to work either with the Diaspora Commission or with the NEMA, or especially under the Foreign Ministry, to ensure that whenever there is any problem anywhere, within a twinkle of an eye, you bring them back. We should not always be reacting. No, Nigeria, whether we like it or not, is Africa's own superpower here in Africa.
Given the situation in Sudan, the two generals at the center of it, General Bohan and General Dagalo, they don't want to negotiate.
It's normal.
You have the Sudanese army.
It's normal.
You have the rapid support forces. Now, in this context, Professor Awurawo, who has the responsibility to protect? because the responsibility